We recently visited Ocean City, Maryland for the first time. Whenever we go somewhere we haven't been before, we try to do some research online to figure out what we want to experience during our stay. We usually only have a few days, so we feel like we have to go in with a plan. One of several sites that we use to plan is TripAdvisor. Their website allows the general public to post reviews of attractions that they have visited. And one cool thing TripAdvisor does is they create a ranking of the top attractions for tourists to check out in the city based on customer reviews. Usually we just look at the list and we find 2 or 3 things that interest us. But on this trip, we decided to visit every one of the top 10 attractions in Ocean City, Maryland, according to TripAdvisor. We are going to show you this top 10 in the order that they're ranked by TripAdvisor, tell you what we thought of our experience there, and then stay tuned at the end because we have put them in order of 10 down to number 1 based on how we rank these attractions. If you've been here before, you can let us know in your comments which activity was your favorite, or let us know if TripAdvisor left something great off of their list. Here's TripAdvisor's rankings of the top 10 things to do in the Ocean City, Maryland area.
Number 10 is the Oceanic Fishing Pier. And right out of the gate, there's a bit of controversy. There are 2 piers near the south end of the boardwalk. One goes out over the ocean and has a small amusement park at the entrance to the pier. That one is where you see the words Jolly Rogers at the pier in this map. But this entry in the TripAdvisor list is for the other pier, which is the Oceanic Fishing Pier, which stretches out into the inlet that connects the ocean to the bay. Many of the reviews, though, are clearly for the wrong pier because the amusement park rides are mentioned in some of these reviews. But we know from both the name and the address listed on this TripAdvisor entry that this entry is supposed to be about the pier that is just a fishing pier, the Oceanic Fishing Pier. It's a nice pier that's open 24/7 from Memorial Day until Labor Day. It's 450 feet long, and you do not need a Maryland fishing license to fish from this pier. It costs $10 per person for a daily pass, and you can rent a fishing rod and purchase bait and tackle here as well. This is a great place to stop if you want to spend some time fishing on your vacation. Though I'm not sure it would have made the list had some people not confused it with the other pier.
Number 9 on TripAdvisor's list is Secrets. This is a distillery that you can tour. We have toured distilleries before, and it's always fascinating to see them in action. The tour includes displays of antiques from the Prohibition era, a look at the distilling process, and ends with a tasting of 3 spirits of your choice, all for $15 per person. The tours are held hourly every day during the summer. It appears they're held Thursday through Sunday the rest of the year. But our favorite thing about the Secrets compound is the restaurant, bar, and nightclub, which is also called Secrets. We love the vibe of this place. We don't really frequent the nightclub scene, but we showed up for dinner while the sun was still shining, and we really enjoyed many aspects of the experience. There was a band on stage playing. They have an island aesthetic here that fits with this place's nickname, which is Jamaica, USA. There were numerous bars all over the place. There are no reservations, so if you want a table, they are first come, first serve. We did have to wait a while for a table. There is a lot of seating in the sand, but we walked past a pile of shoes and noticed that there are also a lot of seats in the water. This was really cool. All the seats in the bay were taken, so we ended up sitting inside, but we've never seen a bar or restaurant do that before, and it just looked really cool. We were finally seated inside one of the buildings. The menu, which you can see here, includes a lot of seafood, a lot of Caribbean cuisine, as well as sandwiches and wraps. Jack ordered a Secrets burger with fries for $19.99 plus another $1 for cheese to be added to the burger. He said his burger was just okay. I ordered the jerk chicken, which is listed as a house specialty, for $10.99. It comes with honey mustard. I liked the flavor of the chicken a lot, but it was not hot. It was not even warm, so we were both disappointed in the food. Here is the drink menu. We figured we're at a place primarily known for their drinks at the Distillery and the bars, so we had to get some drinks with dinner. Jack got the pina colada. I ordered the passion fruit margarita. We both liked our drinks. We loved the vibe here, but this is a place to visit for the atmosphere, not for the food, based on our experience. With DJs and bands performing all summer, and cold drinks and seating in the sand or in the water, this is a great place to cool off in the summer heat. The Distillery tour is only open to adults, as are the bars and nightclub areas throughout the rest of the property. Kids are allowed to enjoy a meal with their family in the restaurant section of the premises up until 10 p.m. when the whole facility becomes adults only.
Number 8 is West OC Water Sports. This company offers several different options that will allow you and your traveling party to get out on the water. You can rent pontoon boats, which we were considering doing, but at $349 for just 2 hours, it was a little pricier than we were hoping for. They also have tiki party boat rentals. This is $55 per person, but you will be combined with other guests on the boat unless you rent out the whole boat yourself. It is BYOB. They don't serve alcohol, so if you want some, you have to bring it in a non-glass container. Since we are introverts, we weren't sure a BYOB tiki party on the water with strangers would be something we would enjoy. So I went on the OC Safari boat tour offered by this company. Alice did not join me because the boat does go out into the choppy waters of the ocean and she gets motion sickness in such conditions. So while Alice read a book on the beach, I went on this tour, which is supposed to give you the opportunity to see both dolphins in the ocean as well as the wild ponies of Assateague Island. We saw no dolphins during our time out in the waves, which was disappointing, but there's no way anyone can control whether dolphins appear nearby or not, of course. The wild ponies did not disappoint, as we were able to spot a number of ponies on the shores of Assateague. What wild ponies, and what is Assateague, you might ask? Well, subscribe to this channel because Alice has another video coming out soon about our recent visit to Assateague, a barrier island in Maryland, which is inhabited by wild ponies. The other cool thing we saw as we sailed in the harbor between Assateague and the coast of Maryland is some huge beach houses. The tour guide said all of these giant houses are lived in year-round by residents of Ocean City, so these particular beach houses are not used for vacation rentals. This dolphin and pony safari was $45 per person.
Number 7 is Trimper Rides. In 1912, a man named Daniel Trimper set up the first carnival ride along the boardwalk when he installed a carousel here. That carousel is still in operation today at Trimper Rides, near the south end of the boardwalk. A lot of other rides have been added over the years. This footage was filmed when the rides were first opening for the day, so there wasn't a crowd yet, though we did see it get more crowded as the day went on. In addition to a carousel and a Ferris wheel, there are a bunch of kids' rides, as well as a Himalaya and a tilt-a-whirl. And there is a Gravitron. There are a couple kinds of coasters, including a spinning coaster, and a larger coaster with an inversion you pass through twice. It is free to enter this amusement park, but you have to pay for the rides your family wants to ride. Each ride is worth varying amounts of points. Points are 75 cents each, so you can buy a 40-point pack for $30. However, a bracelet for unlimited rides all day long is $50 per person, so that may be a better deal. Before we continue, we would appreciate a thumbs up if you're enjoying this video, and don't forget to check out the link in the description to my Amazon affiliate product list. If you click that link and then check out my list and go buy anything on Amazon shortly after using that link, then I get a small commission. You won't be charged anything extra, but you will help me keep this show on the road.
Number 6 on TripAdvisor's list is Jolly Roger Amusement Park. This pirate-themed park is about a mile or so away from the north end of the Boardwalk on 30th Street. It is similar to Trimper in that it features a number of amusement park rides, including a couple different kind of coasters, a tilt-a-whirl, a Himalaya, lots of different kids' rides. They also have swings, and a carousel, and a train, as well as a Mardi Gras themed funhouse. Armbands for unlimited rides between 2 p.m. and 6 p.m. are $33.99, while armbands for unlimited rides between 7 p.m. and 11 p.m. are $37.99. What puts this location a bit higher than Trimper for a lot of customers is that, in addition to being a similar amusement park to Trimper, Jolly Roger also has a pirate-themed mini golf course called Treasure Golf. And Jolly Roger also has a water park called Splash Mountain, with about 15 different water slides and attractions. And Jolly Roger also has a go-kart racing facility called Speed World, with about 8 different tracks, plus an arcade, and a zip line. Now, mini golf, the water park, and the go-karts are not included with your amusement park armband. These are all separately ticketed experiences. But this place is a lot of fun. Earlier, we mentioned there was a small amusement park that had rides on a pier at the Boardwalk that is also owned by Jolly Roger. It's called Jolly Roger at the Pier. They've got about 15 different attractions on the pier, which is within very short walking distance of Trimper Rides, a short way down the Boardwalk.
Number 5 is the Ocean City Life-Saving Station Museum. We have been to a similar museum in the Outer Banks and one in Virginia Beach. There were about 450 of these life-saving stations along the U.S. coast, created by the U.S. Life-Saving Service, a predecessor to the Coast Guard. The main exhibit here covers the work done at the life-saving station and features the tools of the trade that have become familiar to us as we've learned about the life-saving service, like surf boats, and the breeches buoy, and the apparatus cart and the faking box. and the life car. All of these were used to rescue people from shipwrecks, and if you ever get a chance to visit this museum, you can learn all about it. But there's also a lot more to see here. There's an exhibit about how sand differs at beaches all around the world, which featured sand samples. There was an exhibit about Victorian shell art. And the role of women in the Coast Guard, as well as in Ocean City history. There are a few small aquariums. There are exhibits about the history of Ocean City's Boardwalk. As well as the history of tourism in the area. This was a great museum that would only take about an hour to tour. Tickets are $5 for adults. Seniors, military, and kids get in for only $3.
Number 4 is Frontier Town. This popular campground is actually located right outside Ocean City in the town of Berlin, Maryland. And it's so much more than just a campground. It has a water park that is open from Memorial Day to Labor Day. It is on the smallish side, but it does have 3 big slides plus a play area for kids. People staying at the campground get into the water park free. There's also a ropes course. There's a fee for that activity, both for the general public and people staying at the campground. There's also axe throwing and mini golf at this campground that can be enjoyed as well. But perhaps the thing Frontier Town is best known for is, well, their Frontier Town. This place is a replica of an 1880s Western town. Exploring this town is a free experience. It's open to the public 6 days a week from Memorial Day to Labor Day. It is closed on Wednesdays. They've built this town with saloons and a jail, and craftsman sheds, and a chapel, and some shops. There are animals to see in the town. And there's also numerous shows to see throughout the day here. There's a horse riding show every evening. We weren't there late enough to see that, though. We did take a walk back to Redbird Village for the Native American show, featuring a Native American drum circle and dancing. We also were able to catch the 3 p.m. gunfight show with all the other guests right along the main street of the old town. This show is a reenactment of the gunfight at the OK Corral. Without spoiling the show too much, I will say there are some lawmen and some ornery cowboys, and that it all ends violently. Before the hail of gunfire began, we moseyed on into the saloon for some grub. They were setting up for an evening of karaoke in the saloon at the time we stopped in. I got a hot dog for lunch and some fries. Alice ordered a slice of pizza. Alice also ordered a strawberry margarita. The food here was concession stand quality food. We liked it all right. Alice enjoyed her drink a lot, though. It is free to see any of these shows or to just tour the grounds of this Old West town. The food and drinks at the saloon, as well as the Old West photography, and anything you might want to buy at the gift shop will cost you a bit of cash though. They do actually have some covered wagons at their campground that you can rent to camp in, and we really want to do that on our next visit.
TripAdvisor's number 3 thing to do in Ocean City is Northside Park. This is a nice local park that is home to the Ocean City Recreation and Parks Department. There are indoor gymnasiums with multiple basketball and volleyball courts. There are baseball, softball, and soccer fields outdoors. A kids' lacrosse tournament was taking place the day we visited. There's a lagoon that is beautiful in the center of the park with a bridge that goes right over the middle. There's a walking and running track around the lagoon. We really enjoyed walking around the water. Towards the back of the park is a playground. We didn't walk all the way back there, but we have seen pictures and it looks very nice. Fishing is permitted in the park except from the lagoon bridge. You do not need a Maryland fishing license to fish here, but you do have to bring your own equipment as they don't rent fishing equipment here. They do, however, rent kayaks and stand-up paddle boards in the warmer months of the year. The park backs up to the calm waters of the bay, and there is a launch for easy water access by the rental stand. This is a really nice local park, and if we lived here, we would visit often. I guess it ranked so high on the list because locals went online and gave it great reviews. However, unless you're looking to rent a kayak or a paddleboard or maybe go fishing, I can't imagine people on vacation just going to a city park, even a very nice one like this. But if you're wanting to engage in any of those activities, this might be a destination for you to check out.
Number 2 is the Ocean City Boardwalk. We already did a video about the boardwalk and the beach at Ocean City. There'll be a link to that video at the end of this one and in the description below. So we're not going to spend much time repeating everything from that video, but to summarize, I will say the boardwalk's about 3 miles in length along the beach with lots of attractions, restaurants, and shops to see as you go. TripAdvisor's number 1 thing to do in Ocean City is, of course, the beach. TripAdvisor describes the Ocean City beach as a wide sandy beach with clean waters, perfect for wave frolicking and kite flying. And we agree. It's a lovely beach that is probably where you will want to spend most of your time on your beach vacation. Now that we've experienced all 10 of TripAdvisor's top 10 things to do in Ocean City, Maryland, do we agree with the order of their list? Well, not exactly. So here's Alice with Travelin' Through's official top 10 things to experience in Ocean City.
Number 10 is Northside Park. It's a very nice local park. If you want a free place to fish without a license, or if you want to kayak or paddleboard, this may be higher on your list, but otherwise, most tourists would probably skip this park. Number 9 is Oceanic Fishing Pier. This is a nice pier over the calm waters of the bay. If you're at the beach to fish, then this could be a highlight. Everyone else has no reason to go here though. Number 8 is Secrets, a good spot for adults to take a distillery tour and enjoy some live music and some drinks. You probably won't enjoy the food, but the atmosphere will probably make up for it. Number 7 is Trimper Rides. This place has a lot of history on the boardwalk. The rides are fun, and travelers of all ages who enjoy amusement parks will have a great time. Number 6 is Jolly Roger Amusement Park. This one gets rated higher than the similar Trimper because it has a water park, go-karts, and mini golf. Lots of ways to spend your money here, but all of them are fun. Number 5 is Ocean City Life-Saving Station Museum. This may not rank as high if you don't like museums, but this is our list and we do like museums, so it made the top 5. Lots of interesting history is covered by the exhibits here. Number 4 is West OC Water Sports. There are several options here to enjoy some time out on the water. This may be the most expensive thing on the list, but if you don't get motion sickness, there are great ways for your traveling party to make some good beach memories. Number 3 on our list is Frontier Town. We both had a lot of fun enjoying this Old West experience. We didn't make time for the water park or mini golf, but they both looked fun also. It's worth driving about 15 minutes away from the Ocean City Boardwalk to enjoy Frontier Town. Number 2 is going to be the Boardwalk, and number 1, of course, is going to be the beach. The travelers leaving ratings on TripAdvisor are right. The best part of your beach vacation is going to be the beach and the nearby boardwalk. I'm Alice.
And I'm Jack.
And we'll see you the next time we're traveling through.